Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into one of the most sought after Buffalo Trace distillate, but not distillery releases. It's Abraham Bowman Cask Strength, and yes, you eagle-eyed son of a bitch. This is John J. Bowman Single Barrel, but Abraham Bowman Cask Strength comes in the same damn bottle shape, and I don't own a bottle of it. So this is my prop bottle for the night. So suck it. So big shout out to Dave Vogelsang. Thank you, sir, for sending me a sample of Abraham Bowman Cask Strength Batch 3. So this is the 2024 release. I know. The lottery's just gone live, and the results have been published for Batch 4. And it's 10 years old, which is pretty cool. I did not win now for the 4th goddamn year in a row. Bowman Distillery, help a boy out. So we're one release behind. Someone sent me number 4, and we'll compare it for you. But A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength sounds good. 9 years old, good age. Proof 135.1 proof, nice and proofy. And look, this is Buffalo Trace distillate, aged in Virginia. Okay, and I believe it's a blend of Mash Bill 1 and Mash Bill 2. Pretty cool. Now, the age on these is varied, I believe, between 9 and 10 years for all 4 batches, although this is batch 3 from 2024. It's cool to see they're back up to 10 for batch 4. Didn't get one, don't know what the proof was, didn't pay attention, whatever. It'll be close in terms of proof. Fun fact, before we dive into that, John J. Bowman, this is the old bottle, is a single barrel product. It is not cask strength. It is 100 proof. Compute 50% alcohol by volume. It is about today $55 hairs MSRP. Your cask strength over there is about $100 hairs MSRP. Now I know, some people pay a lot more, but MSRP for the cask strength is about $100 hairs. Whoa! Wait a second. Before you pour up that drink, you might want to consider having a pre-alcohol probiotic drink by Zbiotics to help you tackle that rough next morning. Look, we've all had that birthday party that ran too long, the work event, a blind flight night with the boys, little bar tour with the girls. Look, life throws these at you, you better be prepared. Pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic drink made by PhD scientists. That's the smart kind. Up there with rocket scientists, but we don't discriminate. Did you know when you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct right here in your tummy? And it's this toxic byproduct that's to blame for your rough next morning, not dehydration. So crack one of these pre-alcohol probiotics before you start drinking for the night. Stay hydrated, get plenty of rest, and you're going to feel your best the next morning. There you go. And now to help you out even further, if you want to snag your own pre-alcohol by Zbiotics right here, simply go into the description, click the link down there, and it's going to save you 15% off your first order. That's Bourbon Bill helping you save money in more ways than just whiskey. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Used to be distillery only, but some batch 3 snuck out of the distillery and the lottery and went to other states last year. And rumor that I've heard is that batch 4 will be distributed. So that's pretty cool. Now, the John J. Bowmans are now in a new bottle. Well, same bottle shape, but the new bottle has like a green single barrel label here. Why they chose green, I don't know. That usually signifies rye. Pretty stupid on their part, but whatever. These used to be, when I went to the distillery several years ago now, they said all these were between 9 and 12 years old. So that's pretty cool. Don't know if that's still true for the newer, labeled green ones. But that was at the time. And this one here that I have is my favorite ever single barrel from John J. Bowman that I've ever had. My favorite right here. How does the old cask strength stack up at 9 years? Color? Medium. It's not super dark, but it's not super light. On the nose. Man, I get like some apple, like pear, cherry, like a bunch of stewed fruits. ton of caramel though. It's like very sweet and savory. It's like apple pie and other fruits just with a bunch of brown sugar and cinnamon on top. Not much oak. I mean, 9 years old is not young, but it's not super old, but not a lot of oak on here. All right, down the hatch. Man, is that good. Oh, that is delicious. It's very apple, cinnamon, caramel heavy. Just what I said on the nose comes through on the palate. There's like oak peeking through on the palate, but it's not a predominant note here at all. So if you wanted like an oaky monster, this isn't it. But boy, is it mouth coating. It's viscous. 100 doll hairs. Feels kind of steep, to be honest. I feel like this should be about 75 doll hairs. What else is 9 years old and soon to be cask strength in 2025? Oh, Knob Creek picks. So in case you didn't watch my other news videos, Knob Creek is switching their picks to cask strength. Minimum age is still going to be 9. So you look at this and you say, okay, that's 9 years. Those will be 9 years. Those are like 60, 70 doll hairs. This is 100, hard to get. I struggle with that. The Elijah Craig barrel proof conundrum, right? You struggle with that. Even the youngest ones of those are, 9, 10 typically. Picks could be in the 8 range, I give you that. And those, well, the picks are 80, 90. So the picks are almost in that price range. But the batches they release are still 70 to 75 doll hairs. So that's where I feel like this should be priced. But I'm pretty happy with the profile and the liquid inside. So I guess if you want this profile, 100 isn't too bad. Some of you are going to want to know, how does it compare to John J. Bowman? And why the hell not? We'll do it for you. Alright, this bottling at least is the same age or older guaranteed. John J. Bowman 100 proof single barrel on the nose. Man, I mean, if that don't smell the same. I'm not lying to you. The John J. smells better. It doesn't smell any less potent, even though it's so much proof less. It's not quite as appley, but clearly the same profile. This one's got like twinges of oak peeking through, more so than the cask strength. Down the hatch on the John J. Oh my God. Why is the John J like the same? Why? Back to cask strength. I might actually prefer this John J. Bowman. And I just said I'd buy the other one at 100, but this, I forgot how good this. I haven't had this in a while. This kind of changes things because this is like half price. Okay. Yes, the proof isn't there. And again, this has been my favorite single barrel ever. So your mileage is going to vary, obviously, because single barrel versus single barrel. But I would honestly probably pick this. They're neck and neck, but like, why would I pay double? The flavor is no less intense, and that is crazy. Similar flavor. It's got the fruits, the caramel, the cinnamon, a little bit to it. This one feels like it has a bit more oak, which is probably why I prefer it. It's probably older. It's probably more towards the 12 side. I don't know. That's the problem with the cask strength. Like it's good, but if it's not just absolutely smacking your 100 proof product, don't you have a problem? I kind of feel, I don't know. I really like the cask strength batch 3, but I have a problem that my John J. Bowman could be better. I'm towing the line to say it's better. It's better. I prefer the John J. Bowman. Sue me. So thank you, Dave, for sending the sample. I still think it's a buy if you love that profile and you want the cask strength, the high heat version, if you will. It's slightly more appley and cinnamony and less oaky. So if that's your deal, you're gonna prefer the cask strength batch 3. But damn if that ain't close, like what's going on? I wouldn't leave it there. Now, of all the things I could compare that to, I just had to. Jack Daniel's single barrel, barrel proof, another single barrel, another barrel proof product. This one's 127.4, compute, 63.7% alcohol by volume, 53 doll hairs at the Costco in Delaware, 0 fucking tax. Gonna pour it up in the gold. So look, it's 8 proof points lower, roughly, than the Abraham Bowman Cask Strength number 3. Is that crazy to you? Maybe it is. Is that bottle available in nearly every liquor store in the world? United States, whatever. Yes. Is that bottle about 65 doll hairs? Yes, it is. Is it sold in a lottery that you gotta pray you get? Is it distillery only? Maybe more widely released for the first time in 2025? No, it's not. So that just feels wrong for A. Smith Bowman to be doing that. Is that 9 years old though? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's probably 6 to 7, maybe 8 if you're lucky. Alright, on the nose of the Jack Daniels. God damn it, that ain't banana bread for days. Caramel's in there. Oh, but that banana bread caramel note is to die for. Oh, I prefer the Jack Daniels. Man, feels oakier. It does. It's got that banana bread note that I love with the caramel and the oak. But you gotta like that profile. If you're not a fan of the Jack Daniels profile, 100% you're not gonna think this. But sadly, this is better to me and my profile and my palate. But I'm also a huge banana bread lover. I love me some Jack Daniels barrel proof products, or pretty much all their products except their really young cheap shit. Not a fan of old number 7, but man, is that just sad for Abraham Bowman here. You want to grade on the Abraham Bowman Cask Strength? When I first tried it, I was going to give it like an A-, but then when I had the John J. Bowman compared to it, it fell to like a B. And now that it's not as good as Jack Daniels here, that's younger and half the price, it just like, does it fall to a C? I hate to give stuff a C because it is really good, but at the end of the day, this is simply average, and that's what we can say. So, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Consider joining Patreon. We'll see you again next time. Have a good evening, everybody.